Another first for you tonight, Jim. This was out in Portage, Haunted Hills Hospital. What did you think?
Yes, this also again very cleverly set up. This also was it benefited from two aspects. I mean the pre-wait entertainment was superior. I mean basically from the time you walk from the parking lot, all the way pretty much until the front door, you had characters who just never really again broke from character, were consistently engaging. Here again, I think the sets were fantastic. And this was a case where the actors throughout, I mean, and there were, in my opinion, and just in terms of the haunt itself and the time it took to get through it, this was roughly a 12, 13-minute haunt. I have never seen more actors in my life, in my haunting experience, throughout, and yet you didn't feel it wasn't overcrowded. I mean, some of the set pieces, where they were climbing over your head, and just all basically around you. If you had a claustrophobic sense, this really wasn't the haunt for you, because I mean there was some real close-up, characters surrounding you. But again, I mean it was consistently, I mean throughout, and particularly the makeup that the characters wore were just really exceptional. I mean it was very well acted and very well staged. And I think the sets throughout, it had a continuity. So you emerged from one. And that common theme was really never broken. It was, again, very consistent entertainment. And yes, a first for me as well, but I can definitely see myself returning many times in the future. And this would also be a very solid 5 chainsaw rating for me.
All right, Laura, another return visit to Haunted Hills Hospital in Portage. How was it this year?
Oh, fantastic as always. That one we look forward to every year. I think this is our 3rd year, right? 3rd or 4th year?
Yes, it is.
Yes, and every year they seem to do even more. They're getting bigger and bigger, and I can see why. I mean, why they have a lot of people that come see it, and it's well worth it. There's a lot of different things about it. It's got atmosphere, it's got sets, and the actors once again are great in there. It's the complete package. And they've great wait entertainment. It's just all around a great haunt. Once again, you're in a it's called Haunted Hills Hospital. So it's like kind of more the hospital theme, but it's got more to it than that. And there's some really good scenes, and like I said, the actors are outstanding. And that one, it's probably one of our Hall of Fames, I'm going to say again, and I give that one 5 chainsaws.
Atmosphere. Talk about the actors.
Oh yeah, the atmosphere and the actors. It's just, I'm overtired.
Just talk about the actors.
No, the actors are great. I mean, there was this girl. I know the first year we went to it, there was a twitchy nurse that she had a bandage around her head, and she had these heels on, and she just kind of did this through the whole haunt. This year, they usually have someone different, but this year they had this girl with this really cool mask, and she just kind of was going. She would make these little sounds, but she kept appearing everywhere throughout the haunt, and I thought that was great.
It's clever.
Because it was very clever, because you had this same person that was with you in the waiting area, because she was part of the wait entertainment, and then she's in the haunt with you, and going in every room that she'd appear, which that was great. You don't see that very often. Very unique. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it, but this is a great haunt. Definitely check out Haunted Hills Hospital. You won't be sorry. And this is another haunt that's great value. It's the excellent value for what you pay, what you get. You can't beat it.
Okay, Haunted Hills. What can I say about Haunted Hills? We saw Haunted Hills from the very beginning. We stumbled upon it one year. We loved it. It was much better than we thought it was going to be. Clever. And it continues to grow every year. This one has an atmosphere about it. From the minute you get out of the parking lot, there's wait entertainment. They're all over you. They stay in character constantly. They're in different locations, multiple actors, and they're great. And this is a hospital and sort of a mental asylum type of thing, and that could be so-so, but it's not here. Not here. The actors vary their performances. Some are subtle. Some are quiet. They don't do anything. Some jump out at you. Other ones are loud and shouty and crazy, as crazy people are. But it's enough of a variety that it keeps you interested. It's not overly long. their acting doesn't go on too long. It doesn't get too monotonous. To give you one example, there's a whole freak show area where you walk through this line of clowns. All the clowns are dressed in similar fashion, except for one jester. He's slightly different than the rest of them. And they're all loud and shouty, but in different ways. So it's not a room full of clowns where they're yelling at you to get out. Some of them laugh and giggle loudly. Some of them do sort of boo type of things. Other ones scream a little bit here and there, and they all do it slightly differently. And they're all dressed the same way. So it's the uniqueness shines through in their performances. And this sort of thing continues through the whole haunt. There's a mine in there, a boiler room, a doll's room with some really creepy doll-like females in there. There's a patient's room. There's a crazy doctor who actually likes it when we do our commentary. So I have to tell him, because here we are doing a commentary about that doctor. So shout out to that crazy doctor right there. And everybody else in that whole haunt is just very entertaining and amusing. And you can tell it's got a lot of heart. People enjoy what they're doing in there, and therefore we enjoy what they're doing as well. A special mention of the woman at the end with the snake on her head and the snake around her neck. She was really cool on her own, and then there's this demon-like sort of animal-headed cow or some sort of headed character that comes out, and he was great too. Sort of very creepy, I have to say. And the butcher shop, there was a pig-headed woman in the butcher shop, which is just funny. I liked it. So many things at Haunted Hills. It's a haunt that's about 13 minutes long, but it seems a heck of a lot longer. Continuity of set design, it feels as though you're walking through a hospital, and the wait entertainment never lets up. From the beginning to the end, they're there. They chase you out of that place with various sort of wait entertainment surprises. So this one is a haunt with heart. You can tell everybody puts their all into it. This is a Hall of Fame for me yet again. Haunted Hills, loved it.
Okay.
That's going in the blooper reel. Okay. All right.